Hello everybody, welcome to Snyder's Inc. We are here with another reaction video. This time it is Tuesday, and I found a little different video. The video is 5 missing people who eventually turned up alive. So, hope you guys are ready for this, because I know I am. Let's get down to it. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. Let's begin.
Five missing people that turned up alive, Part 1. Number 1. Gabriel Nagy. In Australia, on January 21st, 1987, Gabriel Nagy called his wife from work and told her that he was coming home for lunch. Unfortunately, this was the last time she would ever hear from him. Gabriel's burnt-out car was discovered on the side of the road the following day, and 2 weeks later, money was withdrawn from his bank account in order to purchase camping supplies. Following this final transaction, Gabriel vanished without a trace. In 2010, a full 23 years later, Gabriel Nagy's name appeared on a newly applied for Medicare card, and a police detective who had never given up on the search for him picked up on it. This occurred 2 weeks before an inquest that would have declared him dead. Upon being found, Nagy revealed that his earliest memory was of bleeding profusely from the head, and that he had no recollection of who he was.
You hear that a lot recently, when you find someone who has disappeared. You hear them all the time go, we don't remember who they were. I'm not sure if it's true or if it's an act and it's just something they come up with. So the fact they something they come up with to avoid the actual issue, which is they wanted to disappear. But it's interesting how often you hear that.
Over the 2 decades that he was missing, he had given himself a new name, worked odd jobs, and turned to alcoholism before being taken into work as a church caretaker. Nagy applied for the Medicare card to treat a cataract at around the same time that flashes of his real name began to return to him. Ultimately, Nagy said he was relieved that he hadn't been responsible for any crimes, as he always felt he was on the run from something, and was happy to be reunited with his family after 2 decades. Through photographs and talks with his family, Nagy has been able to regain large parts of his memory.
Go ahead and don't watch this video if you have no problem with your little friend's size.
Well, I'm not watching this video because I'm doing a freaking YouTube reaction. I don't want anything about the little friend coming out. What the freak type of freaking ad is that?
Number 2. Brenda Heist. Mother of 2, Brenda Heist, went missing in 2002 after dropping her children off at school. At the time, Heist had been going through a divorce and had just been denied housing assistance. Her husband reported her disappearance after their children came home to an empty house, but in the years that followed, she wasn't found. Heist was declared legally dead in 2010. Unbelievably, in 2013, 11 years after she went missing, Heist resurfaced.
I am so sorry. That's the face they use in Walkers and Walking Dead. What the fuck?
Going to the police with her story and revealing that she was a missing person. She explained that on the day she disappeared, she was feeling upset and
I am so sorry for the way I did to that woman's appearance. But oh my god, that was creepy. It startled me. Okay, it startled me. She ain't the greatest looking woman in the world, alright? She startled me. She's been through some rough shit, clearly.
Unsure of how she would be able to support her children, and proceeded to cry on a bench at a Pennsylvania park. She was then approached by 3 homeless hitchhikers, who comforted her and encouraged her to go traveling with them. She decided to take the opportunity to start a new life and believed that her children would be better off without her. Heist traveled to Florida.
If I'm those kids, because this is 11 years later, I feel all contact with this woman once she returned would still not happen. Because she didn't get into an accident, forget. She didn't get kidnapped. She chose to abandon us and leave. So if I was in that child's position, those children's position, there will not be any contact with her once she returned. You would not get, it would take a lot to get me even in the close position to even want to connect with her if I was these kids.
Florida, where she found herself a new group of friends and had stolen and assumed at least 3 different identities, one of which she stole while working as a housekeeper. She had spent some of her missing decade begging on the streets and living the homeless life, and also spent some time in jail for drug possession. Heist was sentenced to 1 year in jail for violating the terms of her probation after she was caught using someone else's ID during a traffic stop. While Heist's former husband says he forgives her for abandoning the family, her children have turned her away and refuse to have anything to do with her.
I'm not shocked by it. Why would they want to? She literally left them for 11 years. They had no interest in where all around have a great time with her life, but where the hell was she for them? When they needed her, where was she? You don't forgive that. They don't forgive and they don't forget for a reason.
Number 3. Natasha Campus. In Austria on March 2nd, 1998, 10-year-old Natasha Campus was kidnapped by Wolfgang Pricklepeel while on her way to school. She was
kidnapped by, hold on, what was his name?
Natasha Campus was kidnapped by Wolfgang Pricklepeel while on...
Wolfgang Pricklepeel. What type of name is that? That's a name that would cause it. I would be ashamed to go outside if I had that name. What the hell type of name? I'm trying to... What the fuck?
On her way to school. She was missing for a total of 8 years.
Whoa.
While in captivity, Natasha was kept in a windowless, soundproof cellar in her kidnapper's home and was beaten and starved in order to prevent her from escaping. She was also raped repeatedly by her abductor. Pricklepeel warned her that there were
I didn't want to know that. I didn't want to know that at all. I'm sorry if I laughed there, but I laugh in really bad situations, not because I actually enjoy and I find the thing funny, it's just what I do. This poor young woman. Kidnapped, raped, starved, beaten. I don't know how she lasted. She's tough. There's a credibility how tough she is. For the fact that she's doing that. She's tough.
Explosives in the house's doors and windows, and that he had a gun at hand at all times ready to kill her if necessary.
Wow.
However, as time passed, she was given more and more freedom by her kidnapper, and was eventually allowed to spend time in the rest of the house and go outside. She was even taken on a skiing trip by Pricklepeel, who throughout the period of her captivity also gave her books, newspapers, and a radio that allowed her to educate herself and develop mentally. Natasha Campus emerged back into the public eye on August 23, 2006, when she managed to escape from her captor while she was vacuuming his car and he had to take a phone call away from the noise. Seeing her opportunity, she made a run for it and was able to convince a neighbor to call the police.
Bravo to this woman. Bravo to this woman for seeing the opportunity and jumping on. Because there's a lot of people who'd be scared still. And would continue what they're doing out of the fear of being killed. She took this opportunity, ran. And she ran as fast as she could. She got a person to call 911. And got away. Bravo. Absolutely bravo.
Since turning up alive, Natasha has inspired multiple books, one of which she has written, and a movie. On the day Natasha escaped, Wolfgang Pricklepeel managed to evade police and took his own life by stepping in front of a moving train near...
Never got justice. She never got justice.
Vienna Northern Station. Natasha now owns the house that she was previously held captive in.
What? She bought that house? No. This is where the toughness between me and her disagrees. I would not want to even know that house exists. I would hope for the I would rather set that house on fire than be trapped in it, than own it. Man, there's more toughness between me and her. What? I can't. What, dude? I can't imagine that. Living in the house you were kidnapped in. Wow. That's all I can say, that. More tougher than me.
Number 4. John Darwin. One day in December of 2007, ex-teacher and prison officer John Darwin walked into a London police station and told officers that he believed he was a missing person. Darwin was last seen leaving the home he shared with his wife 5 years earlier and was spotted on his red kayak in March 2002. Darwin claimed that he had no recollection of anything that had happened to him in the time since he'd gone missing, but appeared to be free from any form of illness.
That is the second time we've heard that. The second time we've heard that a person is missing, disappears, go missing, and then once they figure it out, they just come back saying they don't remember anything. It's weird. It leaves you a lot of questions on what happened to them that led to it.
Upon Darwin's initial disappearance, police put in maximum efforts in order to find him, but even the numerous helicopters and boats sent out were unable to uncover any traces of him. Eventually, a paddle which was believed to belong to the kayak was discovered. All hope seemed lost when the wreckage of Darwin's kayak was found in several locations. A year after his disappearance, John Darwin was declared legally dead. His wife, Anne, sold their home and moved to Panama in 2007. It was later revealed that Darwin and his wife had faked his death in order to claim life insurance money, and that he had secretly been living in their home since 2003, using a secret hole behind a wardrobe to move from the family home to a bedsit next door, which they also owned.
What? What? No. 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 What? I am in shock. What? So, hold on. So these two faked his death and to claim life insurance. So then he would go into this area. He would live in the normal house until when people, I guess, would come by, because, you know, he has to hide because they think he's dead. So he would hide, go in here, and then crawl to here. Crawl or walk to here, where he would hide. And then when they would be gone, he'd come back. What? What? I can't, that is twisted, because because of actual family members think you're dead. You waste police's time. Oh my God, I can't. All for life insurance money. What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you people? What the hell?
In 2006, while in Panama, this photo of John and Anne was taken in an estate agent's office, which ended up online and was used as evidence against the couple.
Some people are why would you then? Why? Why would you take a selfie, a picture of a person when you know that the person is supposed to be dead? Why would you take a picture at an estate sale where the person is supposed to be dead? You know how that's going to go if a picture will get posted, because no one keeps pictures private, and then now they know you're not dead, and now you two are going to jail because you're stupid. Stupid.
Darwin and his wife were both charged with fraud and were ordered to pay back more than £500,000 and were each sentenced to over 6 years in prison.
Deserve it. Stupid.
Number 5. Charlie Bothwell. Father Charles Bothwell IV and stepmother Monique Dillard Bothwell reported their 12-year-old son, Charlie Bothwell, as missing on June 14, 2014. Charlie was last seen at the family home in Detroit and was feared to be dead after not being found for over a week. The case sparked a huge police search and garnered national media attention. Charlie's father even appeared on the Nancy Grace news show 11 days after the initial report to spread word about his missing child. However, during the interview, some information about Charlie's whereabouts came to light, which stopped Charles in his tracks.
Getting reports that your son has been found in your basement.
What? What? Hold on. What? How does the boy? How does a boy go missing? And they check the whole house, because you have to, right? If he's last seen in the house, you're gonna check the whole house. That's all hard to find. You check the whole house. He ends up in the basement. Was he playing hide and seek? What you doing? Was he playing hide and seek? Was he looking for? Was he looking for a friend? What was he doing? What?
Sir? Mr. Bothwell, are you?
What?
Yeah, we are getting reports that your son has been found alive in your basement.
What?
Yes, that's what, if you could hand me that wire very quickly. Yeah, we're getting that right now how could your son be alive in your basement?
Oh shit. I have no idea.
Now, this is just a report that we are hearing out of Detroit that we're trying to confirm. Everybody
please.
in New York, please get on it. Let me know when we get Charlie Langton from WWJ.
We've been on the lookout for him. We searched that entire house repeatedly. The FBI searched, the Detroit police searched. We've all searched.
Never mind. I forgot what I was going to say, but I went blank.
As police were serving a search warrant on the house, the 12-year-old boy was found in the basement behind...
Wait a minute, you did another wait, hold on. You've searched through his house multiple times and you need the search warrant again to go through... Okay.
...a pile of boxes. Police claim he was very thin when he was found and had marks on his upper body. Charlie explained to police that he was put in the basement by his stepmother as a punishment, and he was too scared to try and escape. It is alleged that both parents physically abused Charlie and made him engage in an extreme exercise regime.
That explains it. Explains why he was hard to find. The parents fucking knew. You evil humans. How dare you? How dare you? How dare both of you? You two pieces of shit parents. How dare you? And how dare you put a child, a young man, behind some boxes in a basement, make him scared to leave and abuse, make him exercise way beyond what he can handle, F both of you.
In April 2015, both Charles and Monique were charged with torture and second-degree child abuse. The torture charges were later dropped, and during the trial in January 2016, Charles admitted to physically abusing his son with a PVC pipe. He took a
Beat him with a pipe. Oh, I'm sorry, Charles. The kid, not you. I don't have any sympathy for you. I'm sorry, son. I'm sorry you were put through that. Good on you for surviving. And I'm glad you were found, because I don't think they wanted you to be.
And was sentenced to 18 months of probation and has to participate in anger management classes. He has also lost custody of his son and is not allowed any contact with him. It has not been made public.
Wait, this is just a kid. Did he know he was placed in the basement? I still hate him because of the fact that I'm just curious. That just curious my brain now that I think about it. Because why would you report your son missing if he's in your basement? Do you not think at some point they'll find out what happened to him? What was the thought process there? Never mind, you two pieces of shit. You probably don't have any freaking brains.
Custody of his son and is not allowed any contact with him.
Deserve it. You deserve it.
It has not been made public what sentence Monique received.
Hope she was put in jail and told not to be near any human child. She may not be near allowed children. I hope that's the punishment she got. I hope she's not even allowed near children. She doesn't deserve to be near children. Shouldn't be anywhere near them. Stupid. Stupid people. Stupid. But, anyways, that is the end of this reaction video. Hope you all enjoyed it. Glad everyone was found alive. I feel bad for that last child, but he was found alive and now can have a life with people who actually care about him instead of those pieces of trash. So, we got a good part there. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for joining me on this reaction. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment any suggestions down below. It's the only way you can get suggestions is if you comment. So comment down below. Thank you all for watching, and I will, I'll see you for the next one.